It might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. The Jaguars ready to get this thing started and open the season. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Kentucky's offense will have the football first. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Back to pass, it's Bowling. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Brown. Let's take a minute here to look at the big picture for Kentucky. They're coming off a national championship, but you do wonder if this season will be a season of complacency or a drive for another cut.
Well, I mean, what a season last year to put that together, to win a natty, to make your dreams come true. But, Jesse, now it's reloading with all the high school recruiting pool and all the other stuff that goes with it.
Yeah, they lost a lot of key pieces off that national championship team a year ago, but they also added a lot of talent. And that's why this fan base is hoping for back-to-back national championships.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Makes the grab. At the 35, he's open. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Snagged in the middle. It's Washington. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This opening drive, methodical, efficient. They'll snap it for the 9th time on 3rd and short. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gilmore. He's got enough to move the chains for Kentucky.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it. And that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Phillips. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So South Alabama's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes makes
a grab right down the middle. Flying out to the left. Running inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, South Alabama. The extra point here would tie the game.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. That's caught. It's Washington. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw, it's Boley. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. That's caught. It's Washington. They make the stop, and how about the shot this sophomore quarterback took as he delivered the ball? The Wildcats can really attack on this second and short. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Working that left side now. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. Looking to throw on first down. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. As they come over the football, 1 minute to go here in the first. To the air on second down. Got his man. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Wildcats are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. He's got 50 yards for them on the ground already in this first quarter. He looks as if he's ready to put up numbers.
Welcome to the screen, man.
Looking to pass. It's Boley. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. Fires to the wideout. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Wildcats! These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The RPO, it's complete. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Now he's going to send this one deep to the right. He's got it along the sideline. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And that had all the makings of Bud Meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Keeps it on the bootleg. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Gibbs. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Jaguars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for space, it's Malone. Runs it all the way down to the 8-yard line before he's forced out of bounds. It'll be 1st and goal. The Jaguars kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking to throw. Grabbed behind the line. They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. And the Wildcats about to kick it away and get this season started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So South Alabama's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And, Jesse, if there is an old war horse, a real war daddy in the training facility, here he is, back to run the show again.
Well, that's a great point, and there is no substitute for experience. There is a lot of expectation for this football team and for this offense because of that guy and because of all the big stages and all the big moments he's already played through in his career. A lot of people are really excited, David, because he has seen a lot of ball.
All the ball, all the defenses, has rid the emotion of being really high and really low. And so those experience, those scars, they matter. They trust in him, and everybody on this offense is looking to it.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Jaguars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Back to throw, it's Davenport. There's the pressure. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Starts a drive trying to go up top. This guy has all of the battle scars. He's got all of the trust of this team, David, as he has been their leader, their warhorse throughout his career.
Yeah, and we've seen him. He's been very productive. He's proven.
He's going for a big play downfield. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Kentucky. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Soft spot in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. All wideouts, no backs. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Gibbs. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Pulls and fires complete. There he goes. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
Back's going for the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Jaguars. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the point after is good. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Makes the catch. It's Gilmore. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The give on the option. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Back to pass, it's Bowling. Right on the money. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice.
They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. And the Jaguars will get this season underway as toe meets leather. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Kentucky's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw. It's Boley. He unleashes a long one. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. All right, guys, let's talk a little Kentucky. They're coming off a national championship win last year. But you got to think this group of seniors isn't satisfied with stopping there.
No, they have tremendous leadership, and this coaching staff, too. That was the one priority in the offseason, fighting complacency, staying hungry to try and chase another title, David.
And it's hard to do, but you got new pieces and new places and new faces, which is awesome. So it's a lot of guys that haven't won that championship that want to fight for it, that are hungry, and now you mix them with some guys that have also won. It's a good recipe.
Right back to the well. Got the first down and more. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Well, it doesn't get any more open than that. Good read by the quarterback. He was looking for his tight end. Wide open on the play. Man, you got to make the catch.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the South Alabama Jaguars offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And, David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others, that they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Third down play from the gun. Makes the catch. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
That was a third down this offense absolutely had to have. They're already down in this game, and so on third down, you've got to find a way to win. And it's a nice job in the one-on-one, running a good route, creating some separation, quarterback throwing on time, and this offense stays on the field.
Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
The Jaguars come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Jaguars come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Calls his own number. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Breaks into the open.
got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. The short hands, it's Malone. Got room at the 35. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
They're working that left side. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. And the Jaguars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Throwing right. Got his man. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. The Jaguars are rolling down the field. Running to the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on him.
Going to sling it on second down. Firing to the right, complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Pulls it in. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
That's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good calling plays. You get a completion on 3rd down early in the game, and he should be having a lot of confidence now moving forward in this game calling plays.
Tight end finds a soft spot. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, South Alabama. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it. Jesse, they'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about it.
Looking for a huge play. And it's a pick. No, he's out of bounds. Couldn't stay in bounds after catching the ball. It's simply an incomplete pass. So now it's 2nd and long. Setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Bowling. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down.
Going downfield for the big play. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Catch in the middle, it's Malone. Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. Defense picks it up. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. Going right to work up top. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Quarterbacks love receivers that can do damage once they have the football in his hands. No doubt there. Easy slant, completion, and then let your receiver go make hay once he has the ball.
Got it in the middle. It's Gilmore. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays, the quarterback and his unit is executing, and this defense right now, they have no answers.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. On the move to his left. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. The Wildcats trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! Great job by the back on the option.
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And he's going to bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but much to be found as he stopped at the 18. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give to the back. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Hauls it in. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those cornerbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick six. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him there.
Looking downfield on first down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Great place to start for this offense. Leaves it with the back. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Kentucky. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
It hasn't taken very long this season to just see how scary this offense is. They wanted to be aggressive coming out to start this season, and you've seen that with the play calling on this drive. It does not take these guys with their speed very long to score. Watch out. This unit has a chance to be special.
Not a chance he lets that one go. He's bringing it out. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop. return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Grabbed behind the line, it's Gibbs. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Not quite able to turn that corner and get it to the house. He's out of bounds at the 8. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Gets away. Gets away from one. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Buying some time. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. The touch pass goes absolutely nowhere, knocked down for a loss. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They lost ground on 1st down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Looking for the goal line. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Jaguars. Quick strike through the air for the score.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To throw, it's Bowling. Grabbed over the middle, it's Washington. They'll immediately call timeout.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying to burn this defensive back. He's got it on the outside. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Finds his tight end. A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Nice to have the doink work in your favor every now and then, off the left upright and through. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And that's a nice end to this first half. Put points on the board, create a little bit of momentum. You're still losing, I know. Go into the locker room, talk about some adjustments, and come out with some momentum.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kentucky will boot it deep to get the second half underway. He'll bring it out. It's Phillips. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Great job by the defense taking away the quarterback's primary target on that play and forcing the incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Turning it on. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Jaguars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Jaguars are in the hurry-up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize, so you go get on the ball.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Pulls it in. It's Scott. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Bringing the heat. Looking to buy time. Across the 35. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the 1st down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
The Jaguars didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Finds his big tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. Oh, they blocked the kick. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, South Alabama. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
31, South Alabama, 21.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure. Looking to take a shot. Snags it inside the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Kentucky!
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
And the returner is stopped. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Looking for a man. It's Davenport. The Jaguars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
He gets it away from his own end zone. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Wants to keep it in the air. Zings it complete to the right. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. To the ground with the back. Touchdown, Wildcats! And the pummeling has started.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point. Game one going exactly how they scripted it.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking for a gap. It's Malone. Slams into the pile. He'll get one to the 17.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Jaguars send out the punt unit. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They've mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive, David.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. This offense looking at a third down after that last completion. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Gibbs. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. The These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Dropping back, it's Davenport. Looking deep. He's got it down the right side. It's a seam wide open. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll run it on first and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the D deny them on second and goal. Wants to go up top. He's got it and still on his feet.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Wants to throw for it on third and goal. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Poor starting field position here for this offense. Looking to throw on first down. Get it out on the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start putting a lot of pressure.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there.
Trying to beat the D deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He'll call for the fair catch here. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Now facing a third and long. To the air, it's Davenport. Plucks it out of the air. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Jaguars are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The give to the back. Noses his way forward. Maybe gets 1. They'll mark it at the 18. Now on third down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. Touchdown, Jaguars! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And with that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
Kentucky has has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. It'll be 3rd and long. Rides the back on the option to give. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that first down marker. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. There he goes. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. They'll give it to him again. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.